How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Benji's Vlogs and Whatnots. I am Benji. Today is a very special day, something that I haven't done for a while, revolting around a certain thing. We are booked in for about 2:30 for today, for a little bit later on today, but I'm not going to show you too much detail on what exactly we're getting, but yeah, it might take us about an hour and a half, 2 hours to get it sorted out, but that's the price we need to pay for getting said things. Not only that, it looks like it's going to be a relatively nice day, a little bit cloudy, about 11 degrees, but that is alright. Not going to stop us from doing what we need to do and everything else in between. So what we're going to do is basically head on into work, get this day sorted out, which is going to be a relatively quick day. Once we've done this, we're going to walk down to the main street of town, have a quick bite to eat and everything else in between, and get that other thing sorted out. And just as quick as the day began, the day has finished for us, and now we've just got to sit around, wait for 2:30 to come along. And while we're at it, we're going to be having a little bit of a food snack while we sit and wait. But once we get done with this, we still have to wait around for probably about an hour and a bit, and that is all right. I reckon we'll sit out here for about an hour and then we'll go and sit in the thing and wait up. Before we do go any further though, guys, I want to go to My Tech Computers and see how much it would cost to get some thermal paste onto me ECG or whatever it's bloody called in my computer. Because every time I damn well play games on it or do any editing, it feels like it's a million degrees. So I'm going to go and see how much it would cost these guys to pull it apart, get some thermal paste on it, and go from there and see if they can do the same for the PlayStation. So I'll quickly duck over there and see what they can do for us. That's about $50 onwards to get the computer fixed, depending on what needs done. But and we'll see how we go in the next couple of weeks. Don't know about you guys, but it's too damn cold for us to be sitting out here, so I'm going to go and sit in the place that we're going to get done. And if you haven't figured it out already, we're at our favourite little bloody place to get something done. So we're going to quickly get done in here, and then we'll be on our way home. Probably take us about 2 hours to get it sorted out, but either way, it's going to be fun. Holy snapping duck shit, guys. I completely forgot what it's like to get tattooed, especially on very tender areas. I got it done right up near the elbow, on the inside of the arm, not the outside, the inside. And I can tell you right now, towards the end of it, I was almost squealing like a little girl. It's all done now, so now it is time for us to get to the car, head off home, and get Miss Baxter out, because it's well and truly after 5, and I can almost guarantee she'll be frothing at the bit to get out of the cage if Mum and Dad haven't got her out already. I tell you what, I will try and record her to show you guys what she's like when she hasn't been out of the cage for quite a few hours. But on a little side note though, guys, it has turned out to be a lovely day. Only problem is it's still a little bit bloody windy at the moment, so that does again blow the bloody drone flight out, but that's all right. We still got what we needed to get done today. I will show you the tattoo once it calms down a wee bit. This is what she gets like, guys. A bit frantic and pedantic and everything else in between, but she is very eager to come out of the cage like so. Very happy indeed. As you guys can tell, she's very, very happy and very vocal and ready for a bloody fly. She'll come back in a sec. And there she is. That's what she does. Crest up and everything. She usually spits and farts and everything else with the crest up, and let me know that she's unhappy that it took too long to get her out. Just like that. Alright, now that Miss Becky has calmed right down, as you guys can tell, she is nicely sitting up on the big noggin. It was about time that we showed you guys said tattoo that we got. So I'm going to set you guys down on the bench and give you guys a quick gander at that. So the spot that we got it on is a very tender one. It is still burning like a bitch, but it means quite a lot of stuff to me, so I'll show you guys exactly what we got. So what we got is that right there, a hand reaching out of water on the back of my forearm. Tell you what, that is one very tender bloody spot to get a tattoo done. But I do love the detail in that without a second thought. The young lady that did it was an excellent job at that, without a doubt. But the most important part for us to do is keep the Savlon up to the tattoo so it doesn't get infected. So we're going to be putting a little bit of this on before we go to bed tonight. And I tell you what, didn't realise it on there because we put our arm on a little armchair when we're sitting down, so it's rubbing up against it pretty bad. And it's going to be worse tomorrow when we put our jumper on. Now this is exactly what I'm talking about, guys, and especially with having that right there and the tattoo right there like so, having it leaning up against that, especially being fresh and all that, it, well, as you can imagine, doesn't feel pleasant. So I'm going to have to sit my arm up like that for the time being, especially for the next couple of days, because it's going to be tender for the next couple of days. And the meaning behind the said tattoo is, as I said before, the reach for air. No one pulled me out. I learned to swim. A symbol of survival when no one came to save you. The strongest hands are often the ones that rescued themselves. And if anyone knew my backstory, what I've been through and everything else in between, would understand fully on what that means. I may end up telling the story one day on a little bit about my backstory and everything else in between, but for now we're going to sit here and recover and hope for the best that we don't get too sore on the tattoo. There it is, guys. New tattoo that means what it means. Reaching for air. And I tell you what, I don't know if I want to go and get another tattoo. I think I'm pretty much set for tattoos for the rest of my days. But knowing my bloody luck or infinite wisdom, I'm probably going to go and get more at some point down the track. I do need to fill in some other tattoos, that purple one there and that orange one there. I want to fill those in with solid colour, but that's going to be later down the track. Which comes to the next little subject. I have a very funny feeling about work at the moment, and I do believe that my days may be numbered. And for a very simple fact, something fishy is going on at the moment, and I don't want to go into too much detail about it because it's only a speculation. Problem is, I don't have any evidence of what is being claimed, and neither do they, but I know for a fact that they are going to believe a certain person that works there instead of myself. So yeah, it is potentially not looking good for us in the next day or week. So yeah, we'll see how things go in the next couple of days. But for now, time to look after said thing and make sure that Miss Baxter here is entertained and happy and everything else in between. So in saying that, guys, I want to put the camera down and basically try and get these feelings under control, because we are feeling a bit funny at the moment about this current situation with work, but I'm not going to get into details about that. But as always, I have blabbered on too much, so I am going to put the camera down. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, thanks for being a part of it. As always, I'll see you guys in the next video, and as always, keep it cheesy.